The level of comfort you live in will dictate the amount of income that you're making. So the comfort zone kills. You've heard that saying before, and I want to go back and readdress it because I feel like this is talked about too often, but it's not understood. Nothing can thrive in the comfort zone. All of your dreams are outside of the comfort zone. In fact, if you think about everybody who has something that you want, they did something that made them extremely uncomfortable. They went out and they learned a skill. They went out and they did something that other people judged them for. They went out and they did something that terrified the heck out of them. Sometimes you do things that scare you because you know on the other side of it, there's something great, a big reward. Even if you wanted to stay comfortable, eventually it would kill you. The people who have the least on this planet are extremely, extremely comfortable. I know, I've bought their houses. Some of the properties we buy are from people who got comfortable. The motivated seller, the person who's in a bad situation that we come in to solve their problem, they got too comfortable. If you want to see what comfort does to people, go and work as a real estate investor, finding motivated sellers. Here's the other piece. Successful people practice. Successful people practice when no one's looking. Successful people practice when they don't want to practice. Successful people practice when it hurts to practice, when it's painful to practice, when they're being judged to practice. They practice all the time. So if you want seller financing, you must practice the words. You must practice the mindset. You must be able to put it down on a piece of paper and explain it to somebody else. They practice with people that they know could never, ever deliver on what they're practicing. They practice on the people that they know could deliver what they're practicing. They don't get stressed. Successful people practice all the time. Write this down. I practice daily. I practice negotiations daily. I practice thinking about the finances. I practice thinking about what a subject to existing mortgage conversation might look like. I practice asking somebody for a down payment to do a deal. I practice. Say it in front of your mirror. Hey, would you be interested in seller financing? What's that? Well, it's when you become the bank. I pay you 6% interest. I pay you 8% interest. And you now finance the deal, and it's backed by real estate. Practice these conversations. They're easier to have when you've practiced them. If you don't practice, man, you haven't earned it yet, right? So if you get in the situation and you flop and it doesn't work out, like, don't come crying to me. Like, what should I have said? You should have said exactly what you practiced. And if you didn't practice, you haven't earned it. And if a deal falls apart because you're not the right person, then acknowledge that. Acknowledge that and go and practice. Become the right person. The right person goes into every deal confident that they can make the deal work. You have the tools. We talked yesterday a lot about the tools, how to find the relationships, how to build the relationships, how to move forward with somebody who has money and wants to invest, how to find those people who want to invest, who want a return on their investment, and they're not looking for equity in the deal. We talked about the people who just want to have debt. They would love to have 8% interest. Love to have 6% interest. These are the people who are literally, they have no other form of investment. Those are our favorite people to work with because we're solving a problem. Write this down. We solve problems. And remember, if somebody is unsophisticated, you're not taking advantage of them by giving them 6% interest. You're not taking advantage of somebody by giving them 8% interest. Who's taking advantage of them is the bank giving them less than 1% interest.